Agtegra is excited to be launching MZB Analytics. MZB Analytics is a comprehensive and integrated solution that combines your data, such as MZB zones, yield, soil test values, planting data, as-applied maps, and more. For the first time, we will be tying your agronomic practices with your economics by laying out the details of what is spent in each zone. In this management zone image, you will see the field broken out into zones. We know that zones 11 and 12 are our most productive zones. Zone 8 is a moderate producing zone, Zone 3 is a lower producing area, and Zone 1 is a ridge or higher elevation zone. When breaking down your MZB zones, you can see the average soil test values for each of the zones coupled with the applied nutrients specific to each zone. By understanding what nutrients are feeding each zone, we can focus not only on driving higher yields, but doing it as efficiently as possible. In the last line, you'll see nutrient removal by zone. Knowing this information gives you a quick answer to the question, am I replacing what I am taking off? This report also displays yield by seeding rates, hybrids and varieties, which drives important decisions on seeding rates and variety placement. The table at the bottom summarizes the economics for each zone. Tracked in a 30 by 30 increments, it rolls up what was invested in that zone on a per acre basis so that we can display your break-even cost per bushel. Being able to display the economics by zone is how the data can prove what you're doing pays. What you will find in this example is that we are spending $30 more per acre on inputs in zones 11 and 12 versus the lower, less productive areas. Even though this results in a $30 per acre higher spend, we are lowering the break-even cost by $2 a bushel, which leads to increased profit per acre. MZB Analytics is all about continuous improvement, using your data to refine rates and drive higher returns. MZB Analytics creates a yield efficiency score to allow you to benchmark your fields within your operation and anonymously among other growers enrolled in MZB Analytics. With land costs varying and not everyone being comfortable sharing land and management costs, yield efficiency is a new way to create meaningful, anonymous benchmarks across an area. Yield efficiency is the formula of your yield times the benchmark selling price that you set, minus what you invested in nutrients, chemicals, seed, and field operations. Yield efficiency is your dollar per acre return to land and management. It's what's left to pay yourself and your land cost. The higher the score, the better. MZB Analytics measures success the same way you do, by analyzing your results at the end of the season to see if you increase your profits. Next, let's take a look at a real yield efficiency example. Starting with the yield efficiency gauge on the far left, the numbers at the bottom of the gauge show the yield range. At $5 corn, the lowest field in the group had a yield efficiency rating of $394, and the highest was at $608. MZB Analytics will break down each field's yield and yield efficiency by zone. The bar graph shows yield by MZB zone, which compares how one single field zones compares to the other zones across your operation. Here we show yield efficiency by MZB zone. The numbers on the top of the bar show the dollar amount returned to land and management. Remember, those higher yield efficiency scores include paying for more inputs in the most productive zones. When looking at your overall operation, you can see a quick snapshot of each field ranked by yield efficiency score. You'll see the high yields aren't always the most profitable, especially on years where you are more focused on building your fertility and other management practices. This is a great way to visualize that high yields are not always the driver in profitability. Many companies talk about using your data to help you make better decisions, but oftentimes they only have a few layers of data. MZB Analytics is unique in the market because it's the most comprehensive and goes beyond higher yields and agronomics, tying out each zone and each field economically. Contact your local Agtegra agronomist or Agtegra tech lead for more information.